Working in my line of work in the restaurant industry brings a lot of cultures and diversity into the establishment. After reading the text, I thought that nonverbal and cultural communications would be the most fitting to observe. I work in a large restaurant chain, and it brings a lot of diverse people into the restaurant establishment daily, as well as many of the people that work there. After reading through the text and observing the different cultures and means of communication, it was easy to see the importance of being an effective communicator. Nonverbal communication is communication that involves messages expressed by other than linguistic means. This includes facial expressions, eye contact, voice, body language, and appearance, all of which reflected on how the communicator felt about the situation and how involved they were. People that had positive body language and had a up-tempo voice left with a more positive outcome than those with negative body language or negative voice usually ended up with a negative situation. This text states that when nonverbal behaviors contradict verbal messages, spoken words carry less weight than nonverbal cues. This suggests how important it is to be effective as a nonverbal communicator. Another barrier that I was observing was cultural communication. Culture is a learned set of shared interpretations about beliefs, values, and norms which affect the behaviors of a relatively large group of people. Some of the cultural differences that I observed were how some people would meet formally and informally. Some people were comfortable being on a first name basis, while others were more comfortable by addressing others by their titles. The style of dress was not something that I would ever think would be because of a diverse. People were dressing more down, and you could see that some people would dress more professionally in suits, and it could be because that's just how they were raised and that's what they learned in their culture, or I thought maybe they were trying to get a promotion or something. Tolerance of conflict was really easy to observe as well. Some people had a very low tolerance of conflict and would avoid turning a situation bad and would just accept how the situation was and sounded sincere. Other people had a really high tolerance of conflict and wanted things their way, or they were just going to leave unhappy. Punctuality and time was also another cultural difference that I never really thought about. There were some families I saw to be very punctual and would eat and leave, while others would sit and talk and have more bonding time. I felt that the nonverbal and cultural communications were easy to observe, as well as self-monitoring for myself. I can see that after observing these barriers, how to become a more effective communicator in these aspects, and how important it is to really understand how to communicate with different cultures, as well as all the other aspects of written communication as well. But I thought these two would fit more for where I worked and the people that came into my establishment.